What's going on, guys? Welcome to Emphasis Memphis, the show that puts the emphasis on none other than Memphis. I'm your host, Andy Mannis. Here's what we've got coming up for you today. You know, Memphis is a city that has so much to offer creatively, and it's those markers behind the murals and the music who bring their perspective with an emphasis on Memphis. We caught up with a couple of local artists to see how they use their own voices. Check it out.
I'm Somijah Archer. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a painter. I have my own art business, and I specialize in custom art.
I'm Ryan Haskett. I'm 27, and I'm an artist and entrepreneur from Memphis.
Storytelling for me is basically using my paintbrush to tell a story.
Being a storyteller allows me to communicate more effectively who I am and who the people that are in my life are as well. Started out as an artist when I was a kid. I've been a dancer since I was like 10 years old. I used to perform for the Junior Grizzlies dance team. Then when I got into college, I got into photography. I started just taking pictures of my iPhone 4S. The style of dance I do is called Memphis Jookin, which is a dance style that's from here. It's indigenous. It's born to the hip hop music that's from the city.
Honestly, the message that I want to convey is really for people to be intentional, because my business is not just a title. Like, I actually live by being intentional in everything you do. I dropped out to do this full time, which I don't regret. I think expression equals to acceptance, because in our society today, if you're too expressive, you're not accepted, or if you're not expressive enough, people don't notice you.
I mean, being human is being creative, you know? We live on this earth to create. You couldn't really be a human without being a creator. And even if you don't consider yourself an artist, you even create just with the choices that you make with what clothes you wear, or what car you drive, or even where you live.
This city inspires me every day. Never forget where you came from. Like, Memphis is a city that will teach you how to survive.
Memphis just has its own culture and soul. And being an artist from here, I travel so much that it's really important for me to be able to take my city with me, and especially because we're so underappreciated in different spaces in the world. We're a small city that has a big culture and a really impactful culture. Art is a thing where we find inspiration from whatever just clicks in our soul, and then we just kind of make from that.
Everything in life, it can be an intention. If you're intentional about it, stuff usually aligns and it'll work out for you. So I hope to have like a clientele base, people that collect, you know, from specific artists and designers. I really want that to be what I'm known for.
My biggest advice to young artists and people that want to be artists and create a career in art is to be yourself, and then work on yourself from the inside out.
It's all about self-love, really. Learn yourself first and love yourself to where what you know you're doing can't fail. If you're really following what you love, you know it'll be worth it. So then.
If you want to learn more about Memphis Jookin dance style, or you want to check out clothes from This Is Intentional, just hop on over to the artist Instagram page. Our first guest today has over 30,000 streams on Spotify, is also the founder of his own clothing line, Me Skateboarding Company. Needless to say, this Memphis musician knows what it takes to make it to the top. So let's go ahead and welcome Michael Aldridge to the show. Michael, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How about you?
I'm doing awesome, awesome. Thanks for joining us this morning. So you're obviously kind of a big deal on the Memphis local music scene. Yeah. So who are some of your influences? Like if somebody has never heard your music before and they listen to it on Spotify, what's, you know, kind of the influence that they're going to hear?
Definitely Kanye West. I get that all the time.
Okay.
I'm a big Kanye West fan. Big Pharrell Williams fan from a music point and like a style, like with my clothes too. And I would say like maybe like a little bit of Travis Scott, you know, a little bit with the production. So yeah, that's three of them that probably that people would notice in my music.
Okay, I got you. So, but you're not just a music producer, you are also a DJ as well.
Yeah, DJ, director, designer, engineer, anything, I do it. Yeah, all that.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how you got your start DJing.
DJing started off at a very young age. Growing up, my dad had an entertainment company, and he also would DJ all of our sporting events, like the banquets and stuff like that, and would also be like the announcer for the game. So growing up, I always had a lot of DJ equipment around the house, and just would mess around with all that. So that's how it really started. Yeah.
So if somebody's getting ready to go to a party that's DJ'd by you, what's the type of atmosphere
Oh,
that
it's
they're
going
to
to be
expect?
lit. It's going to be turned. We gonna have a good time, a lot of dancing, jumping around, just enjoying yourself and enjoying life. You know, that's what it's going to be
That's
like.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So to add to the list of things that you're capable of doing, as you mentioned, you also have your own clothing line.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your clothing line. Are you a skateboarder as well?
I am a skateboarder. I'm not the best skateboarder, though. I'm going to say that.
Not Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I'm not Tony Hawk, you know. But I don't really have a lot of time now to skateboard because I'm so busy doing a lot of other things. But I, you know, go to the parks and find kids that are really good and like talk to them. Hey, give them some free clothes. Like, hey, do a photo shoot with me. You know, I want to sponsor them type thing.
Yeah.
So that's really how I'm out, getting my clothes out there and stuff out there now. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, very quickly, let everybody know how they can keep up with you on social media,
Okay.
Spotify, that type of
Yes,
thing.
follow me on Michael Me Too on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and Snapchat too. You can follow me, Michael Aldridge, on Snapchat. Yeah.
All right. Well, Michael Aldridge, thank you for joining us this morning. We'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here in our kitchen set because it's time for cocktails and appetizers. You ever wanted to become your own bartender? Well, the wait is over. We've got the tricks that are going to elevate your party hosting skills. So let's say hello to bartender Anthony. Anthony, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good.
Awesome, awesome. Well, appreciate you coming on the show. So tell us a little bit about these appetizers and the drink that you're going to prepare for us today.
Well, as far as the appetizers that I prepared, these are actually battered fried green tomatoes. I did a batter.
okay.
And these are my spicy honey pork chop fingers.
Well, that sounds delicious. They look delicious. I'm not even a fan of tomatoes, but I think I told you earlier, you could deep fry anything, and I'm probably going to eat it.
Absolutely.
I guess that's the southern in me. So how long does it take to prepare these types of appetizers?
It doesn't take long at all. These are actually breakfast pork chops.
Okay.
So they're thin. So I just cut them in little strips.
Okay.
And I did like a spicy honey glaze. I actually did a combination of cayenne and honey, mixed it together, glazed them up, and I threw them in the oven for about a half an hour to 45 minutes. Doesn't take long to cook at all. And then I just took the leftovers and just glazed them over again. As far as the fried green tomatoes, hey, I did a batter. It's just like your typical batter. I did the cornmeal, a little flour, salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, onion powder, and I actually added some heavy whipping cream along with an egg. Beat it up into a thick consistency, and then I had the dry meal to the side and breadcrumbs, and I actually dipped them in, and I dredged them through the dry meal and breadcrumbs, and I threw them in canola oil.
You've sold me on the fried green tomatoes, so I'm going to pull out this plate, and I'm going to let you go ahead and decorate these plates here for us.
Hey,
So,
go for it.
and so you've been bartending for quite a while.
Oh, a number of years.
So how long have you been preparing food along with your bar skills?
Hey,
Let's see if I can replicate this.
Of course. Since I could walk, I mean, you know, hanging out in the kitchen with your grandmother, great-grandmother, and all the great, you know, female cooks, all the boys had to learn how to cook, you know, as well as the girls, you know, because in their vernacular, you know, you may not ever get married, so you can't depend on anybody to cook for you.
That's right, that's right. Well, I'm going to dig into one of these tomatoes here. And so I don't even really like tomatoes, but we're going to go with it anyway, because like I said, you can deep fry it, and I'm probably going to eat it. So.
And I actually did a little sauce to go along with it. This is
let's drizzle it.
a
Let's get it
habanero
going.
hot sauce along with a little ranch dressing.
Okay.
It's real simple. Habaneros are rather hot, and you just cover it up. You know, you want to do a little sauce with it and try it out.
Okay, you've changed my life.
Hey,
You've
good.
changed my life. That's fantastic.
And we have another one.
And I'm going to eat it too. So while I'm chowing down on that, tell us a little bit about the drink you're making for us today.
Okay, so this is a mijo mosa.
A mijo mosa?
A mijo mosa.
Okay.
So I'm using the juice of a fruit that's from the Central American region of the world. And it's guava juice, along with a little orange juice. We know the typical mimosa is orange juice and a sparkling wine or champagne or cava or prosecco. So I'm just going to use a sparkling wine. I'm going to use guava juice. Now the secret to making a good one is you actually want to put your juices in first, and then you top it off with the sparkling, because the carbonation actually breaks up the juices, so it permeates it and makes it a little better.
Well, let's go ahead and get this thing rocking, and that's a little bit different than the way you make normal mixed drinks, am I right? Because most of the time you want to put the alcohol in first.
No, you want to go in the opposite direction when you're doing these mimosas.
See, that's a bartending trick you may not know.
And the thing that you always want to keep in mind is you want to always chill your glasses. The glasses were chilled. You know, it keeps it cool.
Just stick them in the freezer for a couple seconds, or a couple minutes rather.
Absolutely, it doesn't take long at all. And then you top it off with a little sparkling.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it's certainly, I guess because of the guava, a lot more orange than a normal mimosa would be. But you have basically created the perfect brunch here for us.
Exactly. You know, if you're going to have like a light brunch, and there you go,
That's
try
right.
it out. Cheers.
Well, cheers, thank you. Gonna take a little slurp of that. Man, okay, that's delicious.
Absolutely.
This is the perfect brunch, so thank you for that this morning.
You're so welcome.
That's all the time that we have today, but be sure you keep joining us every week to see what we put the emphasis on next. See you guys later.